morning, I didn't have any headphones. So I was really struggling here, and I still am struggling here. I don't know what is going on with my headphones and stuff. Pray for me, please. But it is going to be a great day. I'm excited to see what God's going to do today. Today is my last day until I get back on February. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Lord. February 16th. So y'all pray for me as I am gone. I appreciate it. So thankful for Shane and Yvonne to take care of everything while I'm gone. And it's just going to be a great trip for me and Tim. Last night we went out for our anniversary dinner. That was so nice. And the funny part is, though, we ate too late. And we go to bed early, we ate late, and I was like, oh, but feeling much better this morning from all that food. I'm not a person that could eat that much food, but it was so good. I had to. Yeah, I had to eat it all. I did. I ate every last bite of it, and it was so darn good. Had a great night. He got me this really cool frame that I guess the kids can send me pictures. I'm not sure how it all works yet because I haven't even taken that apart. So I'm going to work on that hopefully sometime today. And I want to have my house completely clean and all the laundry done and all that stuff before we leave. I like to come home. The way you leave your house is the way you're going to come home to your house. So doing that, getting WAPN ready, starting new shows, doing some cool things on our program guide. So if you're a program on program guide, if you are a ministry on our program guide, go check out some of the new things that we're doing and send me that flyer, that picture, whatever, so that I can add it to our program guide. I love learning new things. And, you know, it's so funny because I thought, like, do I need to learn something new this week? Yeah, I do. I love learning and I want to do new things. So I was working on that this morning and working on different things, and so thankful for technology, so thankful for all the things that I have learned. And I think you should keep learning like every single day. I really do. Yesterday, I had several meetings out of the office, and big things, good things are happening for WAPN. I can't talk about them yet, but just let me tell you, WAPN is doing some things that I wanted to do, and I was, just stretched last year, and God is fixing all the stretching and doing all the things, and I'm excited to see. And so as we go away and we reflect and we pray and we think about all the things God's getting ready to do, we're going to get rested up and refreshed and ready to take it on. And I'm excited about that. If you know me, I'm constantly wanting to do things. I'm constantly a project girl. I'm constantly looking for the next thing. And so super excited. My friend June Wood is coming back on the air. I feel like it's a welcome home thing. I miss her. She was a huge lady in my life during some very hard times in my life. And she was a big encourager and prayer partner for me. So she's going to be on Mondays at 3:00. We're moving shows. We're going to be moving. He loves me, and he's going to be moving from 6:00 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He's moving to 8 a.m. and it'll be Monday through Friday. So that's exciting. That will be happening the beginning of March. The new Trinity Rock show that is on right now on Fridays at 6 p.m. We'll be expanding. So excited about the things that God is doing. I'm just really, really excited. I love it when your prayers come at the perfect timing, his timing, not my timing. And I've just been praying for some different things for WAPN. And it's like I have this box and we're checking it off and going, thank you, Jesus, but God, but God, but God. And so he's doing some great things here at WAPN. And if you'd like to jump in on WAPN and get a show, maybe run some spots, I don't know what you want to do, you can email me, WAPN@WAPN.net. I will get back to you when I get back in town. I'm going to try not to do radio while I'm gone. Now, if you know, that's going to be a little weird for me, but I really am going to just try not to check on the station and all those things. And of course, I'll turn on the app because I think that is just so cool. Even though I own the station, it is so cool to be in another country and click the app and I hear everything that's going on. I will never, ever, ever get tired of technology and the things that we can do. It just is amazing. I remember 40 years ago when we reached like maybe 3 blocks, literally, Ron Fussell would run out in the parking lot with a corded mic as far as he could run. We were in that little yellow shack out back. And then to think I'll be in another country, click on that app and listen to us. And so there's several ways to listen to us. That's just one of the ways I do. But it's like, wow, 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 wow. But God, but God, but God. I always say the purpose of WAPN is for the one and for prayer. And God proves it to me like every day. Every single day. And I want to shout out to all the listeners that have been texting me and emailing me. I appreciate you. I really do. I love when you tell me what songs you like. I love it when you tell me what programs you're listening to. I love where you tell me where you're listening from. It is so special. So thank you for taking the time to reach out to us. Very easy to reach out to us. It's easiest to email me, WAPN@WAPN.net. Because let me tell you why. Because when you text me and if I'm off work, I have great intentions, but that doesn't mean it always happens. And so if you email me and I come in and I just delete them as I'm taking care of business, that's so much easier on me. We all have our little quirk on how we handle messages and how we do it and what's easiest for us. That's my quirk. Emailing is the best for me just because I think I'm going to go back and look at all my texts and take care of it. And I have great intentions, but I just don't do that. So if you could email me, WAPN@WAPN.net. If you have something going on in the neighborhood, you want to get on WAPN. I tell everybody, go to that program guide, check it out. See what's available and we can work it out. Like I said, there's lots going on here at WAPN, new programs starting, different things, and it's just exciting. It is exciting time to be part of WAPN. It is exciting time with all the technology. I was so funny about YouTube. Check us out on YouTube, WAPN 91.5 FM, because I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not going to lie to you, but I knew it was an important piece of WAPN. And so when we got it going earlier this year, it has been so neat because people have actually said, oh, I watched that on YouTube. And the funny part is you'll never know because you don't have to like it. You don't have to subscribe to us and you can still watch it. And so that's a piece of the puzzle that I always wanted and God did it. Now I'm not going to do TikTok, I don't think. I'm not like that TikTok kind of girl and stuff, but I'm not closing any door that gets God out there. Whatever way God speaks to me and says, let's try this or do this, I'm willing to try it or do it. I never thought I'd be an Instagrammer. I never thought I'd be Twittering, or whatever those items are that we do. But I see that social media is such a huge part of ministries and businesses. It makes such a huge difference in your people and your scheduling and just everything. And so I encourage you that if you aren't a social media and you are going to be advertising something or doing something, it's another piece to the puzzle. Of course, I believe in radio, and of course, I believe in technology, but I do think that a social media post or social media also is partner hand in hand. And that's why I've been so funny about doing the different things here at WAPN. And I think I've got everybody trained. Yay! It's been a crazy 2 weeks of training live people for going the podcast equipment, and it's been fun. It's brought back a lot of memories of my dad. It has. It makes me giggle because my dad was a visionary. And my dad was a starter, but didn't know how to do a lot of the things. I don't even know if he could go live by himself. I know that sounds weird, but we just took care of that for him. Now, my mom, she was more into stuff. My mom, even at her age, made DVDs. She used an iPhone. She texted. She did those kind of things. And if she was here today, I would have her in charge of probably the social media. I would, because she liked that kind of stuff. And so it's neat to see the generations. It's neat to, I'm the second generation. Of course, Siobhan's the third. She'll be taking care of business for me this week. Granddaughters are the fourth. And it's neat to see how they, listen to radio, podcasts, downloads, different things like that. I love learning how each generation does it. And that's a niche that you've got to learn. And so I heard some statistics yesterday about one of the artists I love. And it was a huge statistic. And it was really cool to think that a Christian artist is now at that point, just like when Jelly Roll got up there the other night with his Bible and used the platform as a call to, witness. And it was amazing. I think that we're more bold. I think that we're doing other things. I think that it's acceptable. And so I just think there's a revival going on right now. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that, Erica Kirk is going to do a big Super Bowl thing. And that if you're watching football and you don't want to watch the normal Super Bowl, you can switch over to that. And so I don't know how I'm going to do that in another country. I haven't figured that out yet, but it will be on my phone and I'll figure it out. And so, I love that we have a choice on what we listen to or what we watch or what we participate in. And, that is really cool to me, that we all have choices and different ways of doing it. And so I am very encouraged for 2026 and very excited about new programming, very excited about the ways God is going to use WAPN in this community, in this area, around the world. He's just going to use it. And still going to be huge in the community. There is a big food drop on Monday, I think it is. I don't have the flyer in front of me. Let me look, I got a calendar. The 23rd, there's going to be a big food drop at Calvary Christian Center. If you're going to volunteer, that's 9 a.m. It starts at 11. Usually people are already lined up at 9 a.m. The volunteers go to the left, everybody else goes to the right. And it is such a great experience to serve others and be part of the community any way you can. I love our community. I love this area. And so I like to find different ways to participate in the community. Now, the Volusia County Women That Care, their meeting is next week, next Thursday night. I will not be there, but that is a great opportunity for you to get involved with nonprofits. And it's 1 hour literally of your time. And you will hear about 3 amazing nonprofits. Actually, we will have them on the air when I get back. And it is such a neat thing to be part of. So that is something that's going on. And just constantly, like I said, coming up with ideas, coming up with things to do and how to participate. But you have to be willing and able, and you have to trust God. When he gives you a vision, and that's the thing I always think about my dad. My dad didn't look at how it was going to happen or the finances or any of that. Now, I know you have to have finances. I know you have to have equipment and all those things. My dad saw the purpose and the plan, and my dad, went from there. We sold our farm, and we had farmland, and for generations and generations and generations. And he sold that to provide the finances to keep WAPN on the air. You have to prove that you can cover everything for 1 year. And that's how he started, from selling farmland to get WAPN going. What would you do for your ministry? What are you willing to do for your ministry? Are you willing to try the things that everybody's doing, or do this or do that? You've got to be on the front lines. You've got to say, hey, I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And you got to say, I am willing to do this. Maybe my dad was like doing Spanish and English, and people were like, why would you do that, Mr. Lund? Because there was a need. And so I'm looking for the needs of the community and figuring out how we can get that niche. And it is a niche, and it's exciting and awesome. And I can't wait to see what God's going to do this year. So as I am gone for the next week, you're going to hear the Wake Up with Shelley. I don't want to deprogram that and put it back in. So you're going to hear that. So just pray for me when you hear that next week. And then I will be back on the 16th. Rested and relaxed and ready to take on all the new adventures of WAPN. So let's get our favor on. It's my favorite book. I love Joel Osteen. And the favor is, there's a divine connection between you declaring God's favor and you seeing God's favor manifest in your life. I feel that connection right now. Been praying, like I said, been stretched, been wondering. And all of a sudden, I see the pieces of the puzzle coming together, and I'm so excited. If you'd like to donate to WAPN, you can come by the station, 1508 State Avenue. If I'm not here, you can throw it to the mail slot, and they will get it while I'm gone. Or better yet, you can go to our website, WAPN.net, click on Give Now, and donate right there. And we appreciate all of our monthly partners, our one-time gifts. It really helps helps with all the needs of WAPN. It is Friday, February 6, 2026. The weather is going to hit 60 today with a low of 36. Madison 62 with a low of 32. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday, Rachel and Matthew and Missy and Melissa and everybody else celebrating a birthday, anniversary, whatever you're celebrating. Happy. Today is something I have not had, and I don't know when was the last time I had a piece of bubble gum, but it is bubble gum day, so blow your bubbles and have a good day, people. Well, y'all, I am out of here. I'll be praying for you as you pray for me and Tim. Y'all have a wonderful, great week, and I will